The Veteran Fencing World Championships in Dubai. Talk about a whirlwind of action. Strategy, passion, you name it. This tournament had it all, and we're breaking it all down today.
Absolutely. So many incredible moments. And where better to start than with Team USA's women's foil team? Talk about a comeback story. They took home silver the last 2 years, and they were not leaving Dubai without the gold this time.
Yeah, it seemed like they just dominated the competition this year, right? Undefeated in pool play, and then just powered through those quarter and semifinal matches against Japan and Great Britain.
Yeah, they were not messing around, that's for sure. But, beyond just, showing up to win, it's really fascinating how they actually achieved that.
Yeah, lay it on me. What's their secret sauce?
Hmm.
What made them so unstoppable this year?
Well, that final match against Germany, now that was a masterclass in teamwork. One of their team members, Anne-Marie Walters, she said it best after the match. Everybody knew what they had to do, and we accomplished that goal.
Wow, I love that quote. It really speaks to their preparation and just the level of trust they had in each other. It's easy to forget that even in a sport like fencing, which can seem so individual, that team synergy is absolutely crucial.
Oh, for sure. And that actually brings us to what I think was one of the key factors behind their victory this year, and that's their strategic approach.
Yeah.
It wasn't just about individual talent. They had a game plan. They were meticulous about it, and they executed it to perfection. That's what got them that gold medal.
Okay, now you've got me on the edge of my seat. You've got to tell me more.
Mm-hmm.
Was there a specific tactic they used? Or was it more about a new mindset? Like, how did they approach these matches strategically?
So they went with this really interesting patient and defensive strategy, basically almost forcing the German team to make the first move. And then they were just like laser focused on capitalizing on any mistake their opponents made. Boom, point for Team USA.
Okay, now it's all starting to click. I'm starting to understand why they call fencing physical chess. You're totally right. So much of it is about anticipating your opponent's next move and then knowing exactly how to react. It's amazing to watch.
It really is, but it's not all about strategy either. Team USA's success also came down to their dedication, those hours and hours of grueling training. And let's not forget the importance of a strong support system. And I mean everyone, from coaches to trainers to medical professionals. Having those people in your corner makes all the difference.
Speaking of support systems, Walters actually gave a shout out to Dr. Peggy Chin, USA Fencing's Director of Sports Medicine, after their win. She said, and I quote, "She took care of our injuries, and she put us in this position to win the gold."
Dr. Chin is amazing. Honestly, she's kind of unsung hero. I mean, think about it. These athletes, they pour their hearts into training, and then an injury can just sideline them. Dr. Chin, she's the one who makes sure these athletes are healthy, that they can perform at their peak, just an absolutely vital role.
It's heartbreaking to think about all that work, and then an injury just takes you out of the game. I mean, athletes at this level, it's not just physical. Right? There's got to be a huge mental component to recovery, too. You got to stay positive, stay focused on getting back out there. It's just incredible.
It's a whole other battle, and honestly, it speaks volumes about Dr. Chin's expertise, not just on the physical side, but you're right, that mental and emotional support as well. She's the whole package.
This whole conversation about Team USA, it really underscores the power of teamwork in any field, really. Yeah. It's that shared vision, that unwavering support for each other that paves the way for amazing things to happen. We could all stand to learn a thing or two from these athletes, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And you know what? Team USA's win was just the tip of the iceberg at these championships. There were some incredible individual achievements that we have to talk about.
Oh, I'm ready for it. I'm always blown away by the individual stories. That drive, that dedication is truly inspiring. But that's a story for another segment, so stay tuned because we're diving deeper right after the break.
It's really something else, watching these veteran fencers, they've dedicated so much of their lives to the sport, and seeing that passion still burning bright, it's incredible.
It's like a testament to the power of perseverance, right? These athletes, they're not letting age define their limits, and they're out there proving that you can achieve amazing things no matter what stage of life you're in.
Absolutely. And speaking of overcoming the odds, we got to talk about Rafael Suárez. His bronze medal in the Vet 50 men's foil category, what a story.
Okay, so this wasn't just any win, right? Last year, Team USA, they got shut out in that category. Not a single medal. So for Suarez to come back this year and snag that bronze, that's got to feel huge.
Oh, absolutely. A real testament to his dedication, for sure. And he had some tough competition this year, even went up against a former world champion in the semifinals. Talk about a nail-biter.
Wow, intense. Okay, but what was the key to his success this year? Did he, revamp his training or try a different approach to his matches?
From what I gathered, a lot of it came down to his mental game. He actually started working with a sports psychologist to help him, really hone his focus, manage those nerves under pressure. Sounds like it really paid off.
That's so interesting. We often focus on the physicality of sports, but the mental aspect, especially in a sport like fencing, where strategy is everything, it's crucial.
It's everything. And, Suarez wasn't the only one defying expectations. We had not one, but two bronze medals for Team USA in the Vet 70 men's foil. A historic moment.
Wait, two bronze medals in one category. Now that's special. Tell me everything. Who are these veteran fencers?
Well, for Philippe Bennett, this was a particularly sweet victory. It was his sixth time competing at the Veteran World Championships, and he finally clinched that medal. Talk about perseverance.
6 times. Wow. That's what I love about these stories. It's a powerful message for all of us. It's never too late to chase those dreams.
You got it. And then we have Joseph Streb, our other bronze medalist. Now, Streb is no stranger to the podium. This is actually his 7th World Championship medal.
7th. Okay, that's legendary. He's got to have some secrets up his sleeve. What's his recipe for success?
Well, this one was actually only his 2nd medal specifically in foil, which is kind of amazing when you think about it, because for most of his career, his primary weapon was actually saber.
Hold on. So he's mastered multiple weapons. Now, that is impressive. That takes a whole other level of dedication, the adaptability, the years of practice. Just incredible.
He's a true student of the sport, always looking to learn and refine his technique, and it shows. He never stops pushing himself, and that's really inspiring.
He's a walking example of lifelong learning, right? These athletes, they're shattering stereotypes about age and achievement, showing us that it's never too late to learn, to grow, to chase those dreams, whatever they may be.
And that's what makes these veteran fencing world championships so special. It's not just about the competition. It's about celebrating that enduring spirit, the dedication, the love of the sport, and it's a beautiful thing to witness.
It truly is. It's been so inspiring to dive into these individual stories.
Yeah.
But, we can't forget about Team USA's overall performance. 20 medals. That's huge.
A clean sweep. It really speaks volumes about the talent and dedication within USA fencing. The future is definitely looking bright for them.
As we're talking about all of this, I keep thinking back to Julie Seal mentioning those, wait for it, KT tape suits. What exactly are those? We talked about Dr. Chin's role in the team's success, but I got to know more about these suits. Those KT tape suits, those really piqued my curiosity. We talked about Dr. Chin, how crucial she is to the team, and how important sports medicine is at this level. But what's the deal with these suits?
The KT tape suits, right. They were actually a pretty key part of the team's prep this year.
Okay, you're going to have to break this down for me. What is...
So KT tape, it stands for kinesio tape, and it's basically this flexible, stretchy, athletic tape. You apply it to the skin, and it helps support muscles, gets the blood flowing better, and can even reduce pain.
So like a high-tech Band-Aid for athletes.
Exactly. It's huge in sports medicine, helps with all sorts of things. Muscle strains, sprains, even tendinitis. Basically, it helps athletes recover faster and get back in the game at 100%.
I'm surprised I haven't heard more about this stuff. It sounds like a game changer.
It's not just about treatment, though. A big part of it is actually injury prevention. By supporting and stabilizing the muscles, KT tape can actually help athletes avoid those injuries in the first place.
Talk about a win-win.
Yeah.
It's amazing how technology and sports medicine are changing the game for these athletes, not just in recovery, but in how they train and compete. It's really fascinating.
It really is. And it just goes to show you, success in sports, especially at this level, it takes a village, right? Athletes, coaches, trainers, and those incredible sports medicine professionals like Dr. Chin, everyone plays a part.
The 2024 Veteran Fencing World Championships, they were about so much more than just medals. We saw dedication, we saw resilience, and the power of teamwork on full display. And I think that's something we can all take inspiration from.
Absolutely. I think as we wrap up our deep dive here, it's important to remember that these athletes, they remind us that passion, perseverance, that drive to be our best, it doesn't have an expiration date. So what dreams are you chasing out there?
Now that's a question worth pondering. The stories we shared today, they're a testament to the human spirit. No matter our age, we have the power to achieve incredible things with passion and a little bit of grit.
Yeah.
So what's next for you? What goals are you striving for? And what steps will you take to make them a reality? Thanks for joining us on this incredible journey into the world of veteran fencing.